So I straightened my hair for my man. Yes, this is not clickbait, y'all. This is real life grown-up talk, okay? After 2 years dedicated to the curly girl journey, I caved for the sake of love. So in this video, I want to discuss what led me to this decision and how I was able to do it without damaging my curls. Make sure you stop by my channel and check out some of my other hair tutorials and morning tea talks for more from me, Miss Ruby. So, if you are going from curly to straight and you want to do it safely, follow along with these exact instructions. First, I thoroughly cleansed my hair of all buildup by washing it with the Scalp and Hair Clarifier by Mo Knows Hair. Next, I deep conditioned it with a protein-rich product to infuse my hair with strength so that it has less of a chance of breaking off while being straightened. Next, I used a water-based spray-on leave-in conditioner for some lightweight moisture that wouldn't weigh my press down. Then I started with the blow-dry. I want to point out that each of these steps are critical when straightening hair for minimal damage. The cleaner, softer, and stronger the hair is from jump, the better your results will be. And when blow-drying, the straighter you can get it using medium heat, the less high heat will be necessary during the flat iron. So, as you watch me blow-dry, I'll explain what got me here to begin with. By the way, I am using a couple sprays of heat protectant on each section before blow drying it, and this round brush and nozzle really help to get my hair stretched out more than if I were just using a comb or a brush. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's about to get real. Okay, so story time. I'll start off by saying I'm one of those women who prioritizes her relationship over everything. So when I made my vows, I intended not only to honor them, but to make them as fun and easy to keep as possible for both of us. My husband is similar in that he considers my preferences as something to take seriously, even if they're not preferred by him. So I've always known he prefers my hair straight, okay? But a couple years ago, when I was a few months away from delivering my first baby, I just knew I wanted to transition for me. I had given the curly girl thing a shot for a few months at a time here and there, but never really committed, so I never saw great results. But when I knew I was having a daughter who I knew was going to have kinky curly hair herself, then I knew I had to learn how to take care of my hair and fall in love with my own curls if I was ever going to teach her to love hers. So I talked to him about it, and although curly hair was not his favorite hairstyle on me, he supported me because he knew how much it meant to me. Fast forward 2 years, I learned so much and made so much progress that he actually started liking it more than before. I guess he just likes my hair to look like something is done to it, and y'all know the struggle of how our hair looks when we don't know what we're doing, you know. So that used to be me all the time. Oh wait, oh snap, check me out. Okay, we halfway there, y'all. Okay, let me take a break from story time and just talk through this a little bit. At this point, I went in and cooled my hair down with a cool setting on the blow dryer. I learned this in cosmetology school and from Mo Knows Hair herself. One of the best ways to prevent severe heat damage is to close the cuticle of the hair shaft before adding more heat to it. So, just like when you're washing your hair, you want to wash with warm and rinse with cold. Well, when you blow dry, you want to blow dry with heat and cool blast it. That's what this cool blasting setting is on your blow dryer for. Just in case you ain't know, because see, I didn't used to know that. So that's what I did, super important. Then I set my flat iron to about 425 degrees, went in with a few more sprays of heat protectant, and began the process. I gotta admit, I was a little sad at this point, but also excited. As much as I love my curls, I did miss how I looked with my straight hair and the ease of dealing with my hair being straight. So I took a super thin sections at a time, led with a comb to ensure all the knots were out as the iron passed, and tried to limit the amount of passes for each section. It's important to note that hair can handle up to 450 degrees of heat before it begins to melt. So my goal was to work my way up to the highest heat setting and do small pieces with a firm grip in order to prevent damage. So I continued that throughout my hair, and I'll let you watch while finishing my story. So yeah, hubby wasn't tripping on my hair, but I noticed that I hadn't straightened it in a long time, and I wondered what he thought. So Valentine's Day was approaching, and I wanted to do something nice. So I asked him if he had it his way, how would I do my hair? And of course, he said straight. Now, I know there's a lot of controversy around this issue, so I want to make it really clear that number one, when we met, my hair was straight all the time. So I can't blame the man for liking something that he fell in love with. And I can tell you straight up that if he switched up on me without a warning, I'd have something to say about it for sure. Yes, I'd still love him, but I'd also prefer him to look good while I'm at it. So call it what you want, but I don't have an issue with him preferring anything about my looks, as long as he's going to love me no matter what. Number 2, being on my natural curly hair journey was getting exhausting anyways. It is not easy at all, makes my life much harder, and I stick to it for the bigger picture, but definitely not because it looks the best, feels the best, or is necessarily the healthiest for my hair. I think that's a common misconception, by the way. Just because you're natural does not mean your hair is healthier. That tends to only be the case if you're super on top of it all the time, which I wasn't. Actually, I think my hair has incurred more damage being natural than it ever did being straight. But that's just me. However, I still endorse learning to love ourselves naturally. I just can't front like the process isn't stressful, to say the least. So, I was ready for a change. Hubby just helped me make my decision. No, he didn't force me or talk bad about me, but he was honest with me, and that I respect. I think it's important in relationships that we honor truth over feelings. Feelings are fickle and they pass. Truth is always there, either staring you in the face or hiding away for fear of rejection, meanwhile building up resentments till it can no longer be contained. And that's when the danger ensues. Just because my man likes how I look with straight hair doesn't mean he doesn't still love me naturally. That's all I'm saying. And I think that men and women who cater to their partner's interests in relationships have a greater likelihood of keeping their partner satisfied through the lifelong commitment of marriage. So, that's my piece on that. Holla at me in the comments if you have any questions. Oh my goodness, y'all. Would you look at my hair? I gotta be honest, I was like super feeling myself at this point. Like, I just loved how it looked. I loved how it felt. I loved how it flowed. But as time went by, I definitely developed some reservations about it, and I will discuss that in the follow-up video to this, which is going to be what it was like going from straight back to curly. I do want to give you guys a little sneak peek to show you that I was able to revert back to my curls with no problem. However, some new thoughts arose along the journey. So stay tuned because that video is coming up next. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about any other part of this process. I would love to converse more about this topic with you. Thank you so much for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing my videos, and I really hope that I'm adding value to your lives because you are certainly adding value to mine. Remember to be you, love you, make it all beautiful. God bless you, and I'll see you or you'll see me on the next video.